everybody, it's Coach Stacey here along with Coach Jesse, and we're back for Thursday Thoughts. So I'm going to get right to our question of the day, which was how to weed through the fitness and nutrition crap and find the truth, right? There's crap all over the social media. We see it in books, we see it in movies, we see it on TV, we see it everywhere. It seems like people are feeding us this advice or this brand new trend or something that kind of distracts us, and it's hard to tell, what is the truth? What should I be doing? And really focus on what we like to have our clients focus on is a lifestyle change rather than quick fixes. Okay, so the number one point that we wanted to make, or the number one tip that I would have to answer this question is look for credentials. Okay, the number one thing is look at, anybody can kind of put some letters behind their name or get a quick over the weekend certification. But what is it that we should be looking for in a health, fitness, nutrition field of somebody who really knows what they are talking about? And so a lot of businesses these days, a lot of these, franchise businesses will be what we call self-certifying. So their employees can literally go to a weekend seminar and come back with a certification in that brand. So it's rather than getting a degree or in exercise science or getting a nationally accredited certification, these are kind of brand certifications.
So a nationally accredited certification means it's an independent agency, and that's what's really important about this. If I'm selling tires, you don't want to necessarily believe somebody who says I'm certified by the tire agency,
You should buy this towel because I am sweat towel certified. These here sweat towels are the sweatiest sweat towels, and I'm certified by Sweat Towel Inc. to sell these sweat towels.
It's really not independent. It's not verified by evidence and science and a body of research behind it. Nationally accredited agencies are going to hold a standard to which everyone has to meet in that education level. So look for those. It can be confusing if you don't understand the lettering behind a name. Pull up the old Googles and fire it in there, and you'll get a very quick understanding about which accreditations are important, which ones are valid, and others that may fall short of what your personal standard may be.
Yeah. Our second tip is I strongly recommend let's look for more than just the skinny. Okay, and I use that as one thing that people look for because everybody's looking for a quick weight loss tip or program or something like that, right? Look for more than just that one, what we look like type of goal. Look for something that's more like, okay, they look good, they look strong, they look healthy, and they've been doing this a long time. It's been working for them, for a few years. It's not just something that was like, oh, Susie lost 47 pounds in 2 weeks. So that doesn't sound good for you.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. My friend Jimmy just started Fit Craze 77. He burned 770 calories in 7 minutes. This is the best new trend ever. I'm totally trying this.
But that's not really what we want. We're looking for changing our entire lifestyle.
Yeah. All right, so the third topic we want to cover, and that is looking for the science. Now, this pairs well with that accreditation, but if you look for the science behind it, now it's very easy to find any given study to prove one point. But if there's a body of evidence behind something that shows something over time, it's much more believable. So when someone cites a singular study, it's important to know what was that study about? What were the parameters? Who were the participants? What was the population size? There's a lot to a good scientific study versus one that's, again, performed by the agency that's trying to sell you something and prove their own point.
Carefully question everything in this magazine, and you can reasonably accept everything in this one.
It's like a self-righteous pat on the back, and you have to be careful of it because it happens all over the place. So watch out for it.
And the fourth thing that we wanted to point out, the fourth tip is we call it mind your own business and stay focused. When you're on a good, healthy plan, it's easy to get distracted when you're doing everything right, you're doing everything the coach says, everything, that nutrition is proving to be right, that you're eating good, you're doing all the right things. And then your friend Jane tries this new diet over here and she has instant success. So you quickly get distracted and you're like, oh, well, what's that? I want to try that now. And then
So now I need to pick up the kids right after school, and then I gotta go to the grocery store, and then we're gonna, oh, squirrel!
then, you try that for 2 weeks, and then, oh, what's this over here? And a lot of people are just getting constantly sidetracked and thrown off by all these different fads and things, and they're never really staying focused on one single path. Again, it takes a long time. It's really hard to do, and these are all things that kind of keep us distracted.
Mm-hmm. So stay focused on a plan when you know it to be right. If the research and the evidence shows something to be true and right, then stick to it. Give it time, and don't fad chase, because that we see that happen, and when that does happen, it's oftentimes counterproductive, because then we develop false beliefs as, oh, this works for a short time and I gained this, but then I regained it all back. And we see a lot of that yo-yoing, yo-yo dieting, yo-yo. We develop false beliefs as, oh, this works for a short time and I gained this, but then I regained it all back. And we see a lot of that yo-yoing. Weight loss, yo-yo exercise plans. Stick to what is right, stick to what is true, and maintain the course.
So I think that wraps up our question. Hopefully we've given you some great tips to kind of weed through all that crap and find out what the truth is. As always, our team is here. Jesse and I are here. If you guys have questions, we'd love to answer you. And please, for next week, send us some questions through Messenger, and we'd be happy to answer whatever you have. And until next time,
so yeah,
have a great day. That's our sign off.